Lesson 27, playing hot cross buns with rhythm. If you recall in section 4, rhythm is the length of notes, but not as measured by seconds or length of time, but length of beats or subdivisions of time. In the example of hot cross buns, notice how some notes, letters are spaced out and some are squeezed together. So the concept of music notation and rhythm, we give different notes the way they look. So a whole note is a circle, a half note is an empty circle with a stick, a quarter note is a filled in circle, and then it has a line or a stick, right? But aside from that, you can also tell how long the notes are by the distance between the notes. So the distance between the notes, also with the type, the note, or how the note looks, gives you what kind of note and how many beats the note should be. So for hot cross buns on the A string, you'll notice that some letters for this exercise or this lesson are spread apart, and some letters are squeezed together. Whether we use letters or actual notes on a musical staff, the concept is the same. Notes or the circles that are squished together will always be quicker, and the ones that are spread apart will always be longer. So we're going to play hot cross buns, and then I'm going to point out a couple of things that you see. So hot cross buns on the A string with letters is C, B, A, rest. C, B, A, rest. A, B, 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 C, B, A, rest. And double R means the end of the piece. So for the first part, C, B, A, rest. You can see how each note gets considerably more space than the third measure or the third bar where the notes are squeezed together. If we talk about the actual notes, rhythm, and the note duration, I'm going to say what kind of note I'm playing. Right? We're going to start with quarter notes, go to eighth notes, and then go back to quarter notes. So quarter, 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 quarter rest. Quarter, 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 quarter rest. Eighth, 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 quarter, 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 rest. An easy way that you might remember from childhood or from others is calling quarter notes tas and eighth notes TTs. I'm going to plug hot cross buns on the H string again, but this time I'm going to say tas and Ts. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 rest. Ta, 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 rest. T, 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 ta, 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 rest. Now try to say tas and Ts. You can say eighth notes and quarters on all the 4 strings. Again, you can do eyes open, looking at your fingers. You could do eyes closed. You could also walk around. You could walk in a circle while you play all of this. But now make sure you're not only thinking about what fingers and what strings you're pressing, but also how long the notes are that you're playing. Is it a ta? Are the notes long and quarter? Or are they quick? Eighth notes, quarter, 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 rest. So now you have to think about way more stuff, which is why we really took our time learning what our fingers make, what everything is, and we really took it step by step. Because as you progress in the violin and you learn to play more, your mind and your brain has to think about way more stuff. How to hold the bow, how to hold the violin, how to hold left hand pressure, position, how to press the fingers, where you press them, how long they are, reading all of that. So actually playing violin properly with all the things of reading music and playing songs is actually pretty stressful for the brain because your brain has to do so many things. You have to look, you have to think, you have to listen, you have to do different activities with your hands and your fingers. So it's actually pretty stressful, which is why learning violin at the beginning is so frustrating and takes a while. But if you break it down into basic concepts and you don't skip these simple steps that we're learning about in these first lessons of book 1, you'll notice that your progress is much faster than if you were to just practice and drill more advanced techniques from the get-go. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoy learning and how the violin works, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we get to learn about scales. Thanks for watching.